this is going to be a 6-year review on Crude Diesel's e-fuel kit and fuel bowl delete kit for 94 to 97 7.3 Powerstroke OBSs. This is a new kit. The kit that I have on this truck is from 2019. There's been a couple of revisions by the looks of it, so I'll go through that. But I'm basically going to go through the whole setup that I did with the fuel filters, how I mounted them, but then overall how it's been over the last 5-6 years. So, but this kit's pretty comprehensive. It comes with all your hoses, fittings already pre-made. This is looks like a relay setup. With all the electrical lines, comes with butt connectors, isn't that a treat? Here's your fuel regulator. Even comes with a mechanical gauge if you don't have a digital one or a in-cab one. Here's the mechanical fuel pump delete plunge. This is a pretty neat thing. It expands when you tighten it. It goes in the fuel valley, pretty cool. All your bob fittings, get your big banjo to go on the fuel rails, fuel filter mounts. That's up to you how and where you mount them. We'll go over that in a bit. And then it comes with 2 filters, Super Duty fuel pump, which is awesome because it's really easy to find these. And it comes with the fittings needed, which is really nice. It even comes with a bundle of zip ties. What a treat. And it comes with a mount as well, which is nice. It's pretty solid mount as well. And it even comes with good instructions as well. These are pretty comprehensive, and a couple of videos as well, which I'll be making a video on how to install this here shortly on another truck that I have. Yeah, we'll get right into it and I'll show you how I've set it all up. Alright, so we'll start at the front of the truck, since that's where most of the components are. So it does delete the fuel bowl, which is where the regulator goes. Currently I have it facing towards the truck because I have a gauge in the truck for fuel pressure. That's where this fitting is connected to. You can spin this around if you want, have the port facing forward with the mechanical gauge that comes with it if you want that. And it's really easily adjusted. You just loosen this nut, and then you just adjust the stud with the Allen key to adjust the fuel pressure. Pretty easy. I think it's like 62 psi, 65, something like that. It's all in the instructions. Very easy. I think we'll move on to the valley. So probably the tightest part of getting this done is getting the mechanical fuel pump out. It's pretty easy. You just have to be a little bit careful of the plunger dropping in. But getting this banjo bolt out with the turbo on and the pedestal on can be tricky, but it can be done. That banjo comes with the kit. Everything comes with it. And that is the fuel supply line that comes from the pump and filters in the back that we'll go over in a bit. But pretty simple. It utilizes a lot of factory components, which is great. Definitely cleans up the engine bay, makes it easier to service. I did do the crossover lines. Highly recommend them while you're in here. Pretty easy to install as well. Here's another look at the regulator with the supply and return lines. Pretty easy to install, honestly. And then the return uses your factory return, which is nice. You don't have to touch this hard line. Pretty easy. And then you just run power out, just loom it up and run it down following the engine wiring harness, which I'll show you. It just follows it down, engine harness, underneath the master cylinder all the way over here. So this is what came in the kit in 2019, I think, when I ordered it. This is a relay, obviously, with a fuse. Get a better look there. So this whole panel came with it. This is not in the newer kit by the looks of it. It looks like he's deleted the, I think it's a 30-second timer. It times it for 30 seconds when you give it power, and then it'll shut the fuel pump off to prime the system. And then when you turn the truck on, it just runs it continuously. That looks like it's been deleted and just replaced with a, like the normal relay for on off, which is fine. You really don't need the 30-second timer to prime it. You just turn the fuel pump on, or you just leave it on, so whenever you turn the key in the truck, it just turns the fuel pump on. So pretty easy. This is a great spot for it in the corner, and then you run all your wires to it pretty easy. And then it does need a power and ground that I just ran along here to these crusty terminals that I need to replace by the looks of it. So ground and power. So pretty easy. Yeah, give yourself a weekend. I think it took me a weekend just to get everything meticulously done. The mounting the fuel filters and that assembly takes longer than anything in here, really, to be quite honest. This is a pretty easy job, thanks to the kit being quite comprehensive. So we'll scoot down to the back of the truck, and I'll show you how I did the fuel system for mounting the filters and pump. Alright, so we're clearly under the truck now. This is where I mounted my fuel filters and pump after the transfer case and before the front fuel tank. So I took the factory hard line, or soft line, off the factory supply hard line, which is down here, routed it up and over and into the first fuel filter housing. I mounted all of this with 3x3 angle iron. It's just what I had laying around. I put it on top of the frame rail. So this one is mounted on top of the frame rail, so I could get this as high as possible, and then just with some regular hardware. So then it comes out of this housing, wraps around. This helps not kink the hose, I found. This is the Ford factory fuel pump fitting that comes with the kit, which is really nice. So this fuel pump and the fuel filter housing are both mounted to the same piece of angle iron, mounted with some bolts. Pretty easy. I hang it down since you can't angle it up because the body's right there, the cab. So the fuel pump is just mounted on top with a bolt. There was a couple of videos about guys putting sound deadener between the fuel pump and the mount to help with vibration. But if you're watching this, you drive a 7.3 Powerstroke OBS, and you hear nothing but the click-clack of that engine. So you are not going to hear this. I do not hear this, but I also have a factory identifying exhaust. I never hear this unless I'm running the fuel pump without the truck on, and even then these are really quiet, so don't bother with the sound deadening. I put some in there because I thought it might be louder than it is. It really is not very loud. I will just not do it next time. Yep, easy enough. And then this is the wiring from the front of the truck that comes with the kit. You get plenty of length, so it's no problem. Power and ground, very simple. And then fuel hosing comes out into the next one, into the next fuel filter housing. So the kit does come with shut-off valves, 2 of them, one for the exit of the second fuel filter, and one for the front, the supply line. I deleted mine because it was leaking after a couple of years. So then this soft line coming out of the second filter just goes to the fuel valley along the frame rails. Super easy. And this setup's worked great for me for 5-6 years. So yeah, that's a overview of the Crude Diesel Performance's e-fuel kit for the OBSs that I installed 5-6 years ago. Very easy, very straightforward. A little bit of elbow grease getting the factory fuel pump and fuel filter housing out, and then figuring out how to mount the fuel filter housings, filters, and fuel pump. But other than that, it was very straightforward, good kit. Been very happy with it. The only thing I've had to replace with it over 5 or 6 years is the fuel selector valve, because it started leaking, and then the fuel pump I had replaced once in 5 or 6 years, so not too bad. But the fuel pump is a Bosch thing, not a Crude diesel thing. So been very, very happy with it. So happy that I ordered another one for another truck, like I showed you at the beginning of the video, that I will do an install overview as well on when I do that on another truck here shortly. Yeah, so 5 or 6 years and only had to do that. Just do 2 things, 2 replacements, not too bad, pretty happy with that. Yeah, I can't complain. So, and the customer service from Ken is phenomenal. I think I was missing a fitting on the kit that I opened, I don't know, a couple months after I bought it, and he helped me out with it immediately, no questions, no fuss. He's great, definitely recommend. And this truck's been running phenomenal with the crossover lines and the e-fuel. It runs really, really smooth. Very happy. Yeah, no complaints at all. So, and it makes the engine bay a lot cleaner to work in. A lot less stuff in the way. So, and this is not a paid ad. I'm not affiliated with Crude Diesel Performance at all. I just wanted to put a review out here on it because I'm quite pleased with it. Obviously, so pleased that I bought another kit for another truck. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, I recommend it. So stay tuned for install on my other truck, which is this one. So going to be putting the same kit on here, get this thing running right. Yep, so stay tuned.